Oh.
Alright, so, oh gosh. The next show,
Okay.
Dan to Dan.
Yeah, okay. That's a solid pick, I suppose. I mean,
It's one of the last ones we got.
I mean, Justin, you chose to save Dan to Dan, so yeah.
Anyway. Thoughts. I both know we're essentially we're watching this to finish it out. But
yes.
The more I think about this, because I did some digging.
Okay.
Because the show is irritating.
Oh no, it is. Yes.
So the studio that made this, Science Saru, good animation. I like what they're doing.
Yeah, I'm not mad at the animation. Yeah.
No problem with them. First of all, people need to realize it's going to be forever until season 3 comes out.
Oh, that's right. They're going to get a season 3.
It's going to be like Black Clover status, and I don't know if you're as good as Black Clover. So
no, it's not as good as Black Clover at all. I'll answer that question for you now.
So right away, when they took on a project, they were given 24 episodes.
Okay.
They planned for it to be split. That's what the studio wanted to do.
Okay.
Then I started looking up this Science Saru. They normally drop one project a year. And I found a few different times where they actually drop 2.
Okay.
So looking at this, later this season, in fall, they're actually doing Sanda, which I have high hopes for.
Okay.
So that's the 2 for this season. And then next year, they've already announced 2 projects. One of them, I don't know if you would call it a reboot or not, but one of them is the new Ghost in the Shell. So that means at the very minimum, we would have to wait until 2027 for Dan to Dan season 3.
I was about to say, where are you going with this? I was just like, oh my gosh.
Hey, I'm just connecting the dots.
Okay, what's that to do with the episode?
Because a lot of people are acting like Dan to Dan is like the best thing since sliced bread. A lot of people be talking this show up like it's so hot. Okay? And to me, it ain't hijinks. It's just full of ignorance. Like, I don't like a lot of how this goes down. I'm mad that the grandma don't really throw down as frequently as she really should.
I don't intend to do nothing really.
How we were introduced to her. I don't like the fact that we are clearly should be a group, but we don't want to be a group. Like, in all the undertones. But alas, what did you think about these last 3 episodes?
Well, I'll say I'm keeping the same energy that I said before. Like, with like us having to, what's his dumb name? Jiji. Yeah, I feel like he's just very selfish. He's like very selfish, and I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of this is like a waste of time, and like this is where I'm annoyed with the grandma again, because I'm just like, why are we still allowing him to keep this evil eye? Like, I don't understand what the whole point of this is. And I get that she's like, oh, like he's trying to like make sure that he has a friend and all this other stuff. But I'm just like, no. I'm like, Turbo Granny already told us, don't mess with him. Obviously, where he is right now, power-wise, still like a baby or whatever. But she's like, he's bad news if y'all don't know how to like control this spirit or whatever. And she's like, I'm not gonna help y'all. But she basically did. She helped. She helped Okarun and Ira, and Ira's great. She's the most reliable character on this show.
She's great.
She's the realest one out of everybody. She's just like, why are we? Yeah, I'm just like,
she has her head on straight.
She has her head on straight. She's the only person who I feel like is reliable. So we had like our training moment. I was like, this is fine. I didn't hate that there was a training moment because I was like, we're all very weak and we're like barely scraping by week whenever something happened. So I wasn't annoyed with the montage of like training because they all needed it.
I'm okay with the training arc. I mean,
because she even said it too. Because she was like, "You're slow," and I was like, "That's great." She finally said it. He was like, "Oh, he was like, "Oh no, your powers are slow." She's like, "No, I'm fast." She's like, "I'm still faster than him." She's like, "You're just not at the speed that you need to be at to even touch this person." And I'm glad that she also so that also let me know that Turbo Granny has like her powers are like still very untapped by Okarun, which is something that I am looking forward to be like, oh, okay, there's more to her powers that we've just like barely scratched the surface on. And so, yeah, I don't know. So for me, I was like, I'm not mad at it. I mean, I get that Okarun's just like, hey, it took us forever. It took him forever and a half to tell us. We had to go through all those episodes to finally be all like, oh, I'm training so that I can be the one who helps Jiji in this time. Because I was just like, why are you being strange? Why are you being awkward? It's not that deep.
How about you focus on the task at hand?
Which is I'm telling you, we're never going to find these balls. Like, they're gone. Like, I think it's, we'll never get them back. And I'm just like, I've accepted it. And then we finally meet Gigi's, like, no good parents, because I was like, how'd y'all get here?
I thought they were dead.
Same. But, they're alive and well. I don't know. I'm just, like, causing nothing but trouble. We didn't have a house. Now we got a house. Okarun's finally managed to be like, hey, he tricked the evil eye because the evil eye was a child, and that's how he handled it, which I was like, this is how he should have handled it from the beginning. Which I wasn't mad with this strategy. I was like, okay. And now we're stuck with, this hijinks of, like, the evil eye just being present in school and everyday life now. Which I think is going to that's going to get old real quick.
Right.
Because Jiji gets on my nerve real quick. So, I don't know. So right now, I am waiting for this show to be done. It's not as, like, the same anger, irritation like I have with, like, Attack on Titan, but it's getting there.
Right.
Because, it's just hate, because I'm just like, what are we doing? What are we doing? I was like, the only person that's really working on their powers is Ira. Momo's a little bit stepping it up, but not really. Okarun's just now understanding that he needs to be faster, but there's still so much he needs to do. I'm just like, and the grandma's no help. Like, I'm glad the priest guy was like, he doesn't have a say in this. I was like, finally an adult is talking to people about, like, this doesn't make any sense. So yeah,
Alright, Sakamoto days.
Yeah, just frustrated with this show. But people love it.
So they get season 3?
I don't know. Wait, is it getting to season 3?
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I feel like there's a lot to the story. I mean, as we continue to unfold with stuff, I'm pretty sure we'll get a part 3 at the rate we're going. Because we're building an army. So, yeah. I'm not sure how that's relevant for right now.
I mean, you can start talking about it. I am just curious.
I'm just like, it's obvious that if anyone's going to get a season 3 out of all the shows, it's going to be Sakamoto Days.
Hey, all I know is sometimes people don't pick stuff up. Sometimes they just stop.
This ain't going to be the show where they just stop.
Like, there's been tons of bashing and hate even more when I start looking at, what's that one? Beginning to the End. I think that's how the name of it is.
Yeah, I mean, but that makes sense. A lot of people didn't like that show.
Oh, no. I started that, I almost broke my word and was about to read the manga. But again, we're getting off topic. So yeah. No, that's what I was just curious about. Is Sakamoto Days getting one? Apparently, it's not coming out in fall. If it is getting.
No, it's not coming out. No, there's too much.
Or that means fall would just be so strong that it would be ridiculous.
Alright, so anyway, so in Sakamoto Days, we're picking up where we left off last, which is we're in a plane and we're doing this exam, which I don't feel the best about. And we're just continuing to basically trim the fat, get rid of the people that don't need to be there. And I I thought this was dumb. I did think it was dumb. For some reason, they invited like one instructor who's a film person, and he's all about the drama. And in order to make things even more dramatic, he was like, what we need in addition to everyone fighting on this plane. Let's blow this thing up, and then let's see who really survives, and then I'm gonna take film that as I create this new movie or film about someone's new beginnings of becoming one of the top assassins, of being a part of the thing. Okay. And I was like, this is crazy. And then I love how, we had some people who were realists who are just like, I knew we shouldn't have hired him. He's a problem. Like, he's distracting the whole thing. And, that group is like, we gotta lie to the people. He's just like, yeah, this is part of the exam. And it wasn't. And so they're all flying free. They're like free flying in the sky. And they're just like, hey, if you make it to land, you pass to the next stage. And I'm just like, in this situation, I don't feel like that's really a win. Because it's always something. It's always something here. So I don't really know if it's truly a win. But we're broken up into groups. And we get introduced to like 3 new people who are too good, who didn't have to do the first, I guess, 2 to 3 parts of the exam, of the impromptu exam, because they had recommendations. And some of the people are like, yo, that's messed up. And then other people are just like, there's a reason why they were able to skip it. And so they get broken up into different groups, and they're basically playing tag because, they almost killed everybody in the other parts of the exam. And that's where we are now. So we're just like broken up into different groups. Everyone's just trying to like play tag and survive to the next thing. Sakamoto and his team is like, they're broken up. Everyone's on a different team, which is totally fine. And which I'm not mad at, because they need to learn some independence anyway.
They've been broken up before.
But it's different now. It's just like,
we've gone through 1v1s.
Yeah, but it's different now. It's just different. And I'm glad that Shin's understanding. He's just like, hey, I can't use any of your support for nothing. And I'm just like, great. Shin needs to grow up some more, because he's constantly, needing help. And he needs to step it up. So, I don't know. I'm just going to say, I'm not really looking forward to this arc. I feel like it's dumb. I don't know why we're having to go through all these shenanigans just to get information at the school.
Right.
I feel like it was kind of just like, I'm sure alumni in some capacity could request records, especially because of who he is.
It just took a weird turn when we clearly notice and see the main villain. We got all this throwing happening, and then all of a sudden we got to get background information. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
And then, and so I'm just like, this is weird.
He's killing people.
Right.
He's leaving his mark. We know who it is.
Right. And so it's just, and then we come to find out that there's another person who's with Sakamoto and Nagumo, and we come to find out this person, Rion, had a protege, and now, Sakamoto's like, hey, who taught you these things? And she's just like, oh, and now we're just like, oh, there's a third famous person that we never heard of until now. And I'm just like, how many more people are famous that we haven't heard of until now?
I mean, he's been out the game, so I'm okay with that.
I suppose. But anyway, so yeah, I'm hesitant to see what's gonna go down with this whole JCC student mini arc that's happening.
Well, keyword mini. If it's small, short, and sweet, I'm good.
I feel like if it is mini, then I'm totally fine with it.
3 episodes.
I mean, it's been more than 3 episodes.
No, I mean moving forward.
We're probably gonna be here for at least all the way through the rest of the season.
Oh no, I'm hoping the last 2 episodes is the conclusion of that, and then season 3 starts business.
I mean, I'll be fine with that too.
Right.
I'll be fine with that too. But you know what? I feel like the only saving grace is okay, we're starting to build we're starting to get more support, like people who are just like, who's the next generation of people that we can rely on that we're starting to see. And I'm like, that's fine, because we're coming to find out that our arch nemesis, he's getting new people, and he's just like starting from scratch, just recruiting new people. So I'm just like, hey, we're gonna need new people too. So I feel like that's fine. I feel like that's fine. But like you said, we're not trying to have it be too long, and yeah, I'm just like, why didn't we bring Lou? I'm just like, I just feel like this is crazy. I was like, we should have brought a better team, but it's fine. It's fine. It's whatever. But yeah, Sakamoto Days. I'm still enjoying the show.
Sure.
We'll see what happens. Just shenanigans.
One Piece.
Okay. I'm not saying that Vegapunk is out of the book. He's not, because he's still trash.
Sure,
still not I'm just like, this moment doesn't absolve you from all of your past.
What moment in particular?
And this is me jumping, which is why I'm like, I'm surprised you let me take the lead on stuff, which is fine. But I'm just like, that's fine. Well, the moment basically where, you know, we're free falling, and we come to find out that he did a good job. The one decent thing that Vegapunk has done in all of this shenanigans was making so that the pacifistas do not harm Bonnie.
Sure, okay.
And I feel like, and now this makes me realize, oh, okay, this is why Bonnie is seen as one of the more, I feel like now she's one of the more powerful characters in One Piece now.
Okay.
Because of the fact of the matter is, like, regardless of, like, because there are numerous amount of pacifistas, but now that we know she basically is the final, she has the last say amongst like how pacifistas are moving, I'm just like, oh, okay, I was like, this is a problem. And so now I'm just like, okay, now I'm seeing why we've been like, there's been so much build up to her as a character. And I'm just like, all right, this is great. I'm just like, cool. Vegapunk, you didn't really do really much to help her and her dad and Kuma, but you know what? Good job that you did this. And yeah, you got stabbed by Saturn, but you kind of he did, but he kind of deserved it.
He also got stabbed. Like Kizaru, is it Kizaru?
Kizaru, yeah.
Kizaru.
He stayed getting stabbed, and that's fine. That's just who he is, and I'm not.
said, "Don't move me, I'm gonna die."
Yeah, absolutely too. But then also at the same time, I was like, how does your whole like multiple brains work? Because to my knowledge, aren't there like still like 3 of them that are still alive and functioning? That's so right. Technically, he wouldn't be dead.
The one that betrayed us.
Yeah.
The one with Brooke, I can't stand really.
I can't stand her either, but I feel like she's gonna be the sole survivor.
The small one that flies around is with Nami and them.
And Atlas, because Atlas.
Atlas.
Yeah. So okay,
I haven't seen that other big one.
He's gone.
And then what about the one with the helmet?
Nah, he been gone.
Oh.
So those 2 I just saw. Okay, so there's like 4 of us. So I'm just like, and then 2 they made it sound like his current body anyway, Stella, isn't really his original body anyway. Oh. So I'm just like.
Well, he dead because.
I mean, I believe that
heart monitor like went flatline.
No, I believe that, but I'm just saying, like, how does his other things work? I'm just like, didn't he do this to make sure there was a precaution so that if something happened to him, like
what I'm interested
his brain and everything else is still able to carry on? That's my thing.
Is once that flatline and then that screen started, I'm just like, yo, he broadcasting something, and I'm like, yo, is it to the world? Because you know Morgan's is going to love whatever this dude.
I mean, listen, I'm not worried about Morgan's. I know that Morgan's right now as we speak has the scoop, okay? I already know that Morgan's. I feel like he's just waiting until like it gets even more real, okay? So that's why I'm never worried about Morgan's delivering the news to the people.
So the Giants show up.
Which I think is great. And I think this goes back, and I just want to do a sidebar. I was like, this is to all these One Piece haters in the world who are just like, oh, this show's too long. Or, oh, it's just about friendship. I was like, no, this is why Oda's one of the best storytellers in the world. Okay, he's bringing us something back from the very beginning, from over like 15 years.
Full circle.
And it fits into the story perfectly, seamlessly. And I'm just like, and this is how you do it.
Showing how everything's connected.
Absolutely.
Because
yes,
I would understand about Brody and Dorry.
Yes.
But we also see those two losers from Enos Lobby. Kashi and Omo.
That's true. I was nervous though because I was like, are we going to see any other giants from when we were at Doflamingo for Dressrosa? Because I was like, I was keeping an eye out on those ships. I said, who else is here?
See, what would have been perfect is it that guy who joined our fleet.
Yes. If
he would have joined the giant.
That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. But maybe he'll make an appearance. I feel like he will.
Jakia.
Yes.
Jakia.
Yes.
Blackbeard's crew is here.
And you know what? And I would just say it. I know I talk my mad junk about Blackbeard, but I'll say this: they're classy people. You know, they keep it calm. You know, they're just like keeping it very blasé with Saturn. He said, "What are y'all doing here?" And they're like, "Mind your business." Like they're just going about their business. They're like, "Hey, don't worry about us."
Right? They have an exchange.
They're just like. And you can keep it pushing. They're like, you got beat up by a Luffy. That's none of our business.
What was their initial goal? Because when Devin said, oh, even one of the Gosai are here, that makes this easier. So, what was their original goal?
I feel like their original goal in true Blackbeard fashion is like, hey, while everyone's distracted, let's just get in what we need to get and leave.
But I'm trying to figure out what is that. Like, it's one thing if it was Egghead. You know, because since the sniper guys got that teleporting fruit, you know, that would be
And I love how he was like, I'm still working on this. He said, it's not perfect, okay? Don't.
You know, but they've already won. I can only imagine what they're about to do because Saturn messed up. I don't know if it was in his rage. I don't know, even though they know that they're up to no good, I don't think they know exactly what Blackbeard has been doing because he let Devin touch him. And that's over. Now it's over. Now Devin will be able to transform into Saturn.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, that's her ability.
Well, no, I know that's her ability, but I'm just saying, I don't think so. Because, like, even though I can't stand Saturn, okay? I can't stand him. One thing he is very well formed. He's a well informed person. So I don't think he's concerned about Devin being able to transform into him because there was that small exchange where she was just like, well, what is this? Because she couldn't even figure out like what was this state that he was in.
Right. Hey.
And so,
fine.
Which is fine. And I think that serves to his advantage. Like, because we still don't know what's really going on with the elders and this transformation. Because, like, just because she touches him in this way, does it mean that she's going to automatically be able to do whatever this thing is? Or is it just going to be his regular thing?
You are taking it too far.
I'm just saying.
Because all I'm taking it as is the genius that is Teach. We also have Lafitte. All they probably need is for Devin to take the appearance.
And maybe that's why they're there.
Right. But again, they wasn't planning on a ghost side being there.
Well, actually.
But now that they have access to one being there, that's why they was like, oh, this speeds this along. Because they might be able to enter Marijo just with her reflecting, looking like him just for entry. Okay. You know, Lafitte, Teach, those two smart freaks, I can only wait to see what they got planned up their sleeve. And then we got to see the last member of the Straw Hat crew. I'm gonna ride this till it falls off.
Okay.
But Caribou showed up, and I was like, "Yo, he's still kicking it."
If anything, he is persistent, and he's just like, "Hey, whatever it takes, I'm trying to leave with y'all." And here's another part: he's been with us since.
For years.
For Fishman. Literally. And no one said a thing. No one said a thing. So I don't know. So you know what? I'm happy for him. I hope he gets to meet him. I hope he gets to join the crew, to be honest. Because he has been getting information this entire time. He's been there on Big Mom.
true.
For he's just been here the whole time and no one's noticed.
And he's heard everything. He knows of the ancient weapons.
Yes, he's heard.
Like, yo, Blackbeard's gonna want to know about this.
Because what Blackbeard loves more than anything is information.
I was gonna say chaos, but yes, information.
I mean, well, information to cause chaos, Justin. Information to cause chaos.
And we start to get a little backstory, which I'm already fearful of because they love hitting us with these chopper shorts.
I mean, to be fair, I watch it. I watched most of it, but I wasn't mad at it because I was like, because of how long ago it was.
Sure.
I appreciate the fact they kept the animation the same from when it first came out.
Fair.
And then for some people, they had to remember, like, well, wait, why were they fighting? Because even with the Marines, they're just like, oh wait, they were feuding for over 100 years.
Sure.
And then I think most people forgot how long their feud was happening for. And I'm just like, that's important, that span of time.
Yeah, hence why even the Navy is like, they disbanded over 100 years ago.
Right, absolutely. So I wasn't mad at it because I was like, when it comes to things from this long ago, from like the earliest seasons, I'm not mad at a Chopper special.
Oh no. So I hear everything you're saying. I'm also glad they just replayed the graphics back then. That's how I wanted. I meant the fear of a new Chopper special because they went ahead and let the Easter eggs or laid the foundation how Vice Admiral Dahl is connected to Sal the Giant.
Mm-hmm.
And as we all know, Sal is the one, a part of the Buster Call or O'Hara who went ahead and helped Robin leave. Right. So I see a Sal or O'Hara destruction. Remember,
we've already had one.
Why bring this up? I think we're going to have another one.
Well, no, I think...
Or at least reminiscent. Like a reminiscence episode. Maybe it won't involve the child. Because even at... I can already tell I don't like this lady. I think it's like Bluegrass. But even she was like, oh yeah, he was strong. So I think I can at least see like a reminiscent episode from the Navy point of view, and we get to see,
which would be fine.
Yeah, if we get some information,
because we don't get that many perspectives from the Navy, so that's fine. I will say I was annoyed with the cowardly trio was together, which was like frustrating. I was like, here they are.
Usopp got way too much time with Giant showing up. And it was like him looking down with binoculars. I'm like, first of all, you should be even higher. So I don't know. And then the fact, like, no offense, but it's like, it's not like Nami also has binoculars. So the fact that she's like emotional and they're like, how do you and Chopper see the Giants? Like, he sees them because he's got these binoculars. So it was just like way too much time.
Well, my thing is, I didn't think he needed the binoculars because of how I'm just saying, like, from how large they are. I was like,
that's fair.
So I was just like, I thought this was Usopp just being dramatic.
I wanted to see if, like, first of all, like, Giants are carrying us off. We got to see I don't want to call it like nonsense, but we got to see the interaction between Frankie and the Giants because again, Frankie wasn't there.
That's right, and that's why I'm okay with that because I'm like. I think that's another reason I'm okay with a lot of the Giant stuff that's about to happen because, like I said, we met them at the very beginning.
Well,
in the beginning. So I'm just like, we have a lot of people now who are just like getting caught up with the stuff.
Why not let Keshi and Omo? Because Frankie knows of them. Yeah. During the whole Endless Lobby arc, they end up basically joining Frankie's family momentarily.
Yeah, I mean. Like, we talked about this before. There's disappointment with Frankie in this arc. There's a lot of disappointment that's here. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of disappointment that's here. I'm like, Vegapunk has died, and you and him have not had any kind of proper exchange.
They better hope. What's the robotic giant one who's basically Frankie? She's got the rocket, the robo punch kind of thing. I forget the name, but maybe we learn information from her. I
mean, well, here's another unpopular opinion. They're not very helpful.
Yeah.
Vegapunk's like different personalities. They're not helpful in terms of information and getting the job done.
We have seen when multiple ones are together. When they were figuring out what the code was. It was Vegapunk. It was Alta. It was the
right, and that's fine. But that was when they're together. I'm just saying right now that we've had like the main people of reasoning out of the picture, I don't have much hope for them.
It looks like we might be taking 3 of them with us.
I hope not. I hope this is the last time we see them. I don't want them on our ship.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Then I would be confused on what this arc is for. Like, we have to save him.
You know what? I would be okay if this arc was like the Giants are here. I would have been like, you know what? It's all worth it. No, I'm just saying, like, if the purpose of this arc would just be all like, hey, y'all, they're coming, then I'm like, I'm fine.
I know we're winding down, but the things I'm taking away from this arc should be we get that robot that Luffy and Chopper were first interacting with.
Well, yeah. Or if we don't get it, we gotta get the tech or something for it.
Something's got to. You're right. Like,
because
the technology.
I don't know how we gonna take it. We don't have enough room unless we put it on the giant ships. If we put it on the giant ship, then there's enough room.
Hey, they can give us a ride.
Yes.
Got it.
Okay.
And then that way we're not using our compass. Right.
Yes.
100%.
Because they already know where to go.
Right. Bonnie joins the crew. She is a child. We cannot let this child with no crew be on the sea.
I'm not mad at that. And look, like I said, the fact that now we know who Bonnie is, I'm not mad with her coming with us. We've
as well as protecting her.
We've saved children and brought them on the ship before. Sure. But that does not make them a straw hat.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
Because Vegapunk in his dying wishes told us to take it.
A lot of people ask us to do a lot of things on their dying wishes, okay?
Kuma also has foreseen how, and as well as been watching Luffy, almost like, no, I think this has to happen. Hey, even if we protect her long enough to deliver her to Dragon, because I would be okay with that.
I don't think she's straw hat material. Not because she wouldn't be a good straw hat, but I think it's more in alignment with what you said. I feel like she's more Revolutionary Army, especially because what's happening with Kuma, because we don't know what's gonna happen once Kuma leaves this island. We don't know if he's just done, and then she's like, I have to continue on my father's work. Will they be able to bring him back? Right. So I feel like he's no machine at this point. Right. And so I feel like it makes more sense that she ends up becoming Revolutionary Army, and then I think that makes her even more of a threat.
I like that idea.
That makes her more of a threat.
In regards to now the Revolutionary Army has the power of the pacifistas.
Which makes sense, and it's
so
cool.
I get that. I was also just thinking about Ivanko, Dragon, protecting her as a memento to their friend.
That too. I just feel and then I think also with Bonnie being delivered or going with the Revolutionary Army, now people have no choice for real but to not have the Revolutionary Army be on the sidelines or in the background.
Well, no. Now they can engage because Captain Commander is really angry when he was up there. He's mad about how a lot of stuff is going down.
Yes.
It's been a while since we've seen all the other admirals.
And can I just say Kizaru's having a rough time. He is not happy that he has to be here.
This man is about to be dead.
I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little annoyed. I'm not surprised that Sanji was able to deflect the beam, because I'm just you're a robot. Or you're you're becoming a cyborg. So I'm not mad at it. I'm not denying the fight that will come. I'm just more disappointed that why is Zoro still having to fight Lelouch when we all know Lelouch is much beneath him? That's the real disappointment, because I'm I have no problem with Sanji fighting Kizaru. That's fine. Right. But my issue is and I'm not trying to have this be a power scale conversation, but I was well, who is Zoro supposed to fight?
I'm saying, but we're here.
But we're here. And so I'm just well, what does that mean? Because I don't know. I feel now it's really off about unless they're gonna bring somebody else from the Marines, from the Navy.
Like it.
I don't either.
Because
he's taking them to, because what Lelouch does well is stall. He does that better than anybody.
He's telling us that's his plan.
That's his plan. And I'm just and it's the word, and I'm read the room.
And why is Zoro just finishing this dude off?
Same. So I'm confusion is mine, but not really. So I'm just if Sanji's gonna fight Kizaru, fine. Luffy can go on to focus on Saturn and continue that match or whatever.
This isn't really popular, but I'm kind of disappointed in Jinbei, because Jinbei's coming to find us.
Yeah.
one, what's taking so long? Two, like if Jinbei gets there and if he doesn't like just shut down this Robert Lucci thing like with the quickness, I'm gonna be really mad. Because like, and I'm not saying they have to tag team them, but now I have 2 Straw Hats here. And it's not like I'm fighting several members of Zero.
And that, because it also brings to another conversation of, if it takes 2 Straw Hats, if it takes Zoro and Jinbei to take Lelouch, but yet Sanji is like a one-on-one with Kizaru, then there's a huge flaw here. No, unless this is the fight that shows like Sanji's able to now like come in and out at will with his new cyborg abilities. If that's what that is, then I'll be all like, okay.
I wasn't even thinking what you were saying because at any moment,
because I'm like this will be the arc to do it in, because we are on Egghead, so that's why I was like, that'll be fine.
That's a lot of
I mean, since we didn't get nothing so I'm like, since we didn't get anything from Frankie, I'm saying if we get that with Sanji, then I'd be like, okay, then this is a pass and that's fine.
All I'm saying is,
yes,
if those 2, I don't even want to use the word play. If I have 2 bounties over $1 billion,
yeah, that's it.
I have Son Jinbei and Roronoa Zoro.
Mm-hmm.
If they both start attacking him,
because Lelouch isn't that strong.
If they both start attacking him and it's not done in like 2 minutes, or Lelouch escapes, and I get a Sanjay fighting Kizaru, oh no. The power scale has completely flipped.
It has, and I can't debate nothing about it. Because I wouldn't be able to debate it.
Now, and that's the other thing. Like, I'm tired of the disrespect. Like, I want the other losers from Enos Lobby, since they've got white outfits now, for whatever reason they were promoted. It's different from the real ones that we saw on back then with Kaido.
Yeah,
that was different. But those other ones, I'm sorry. I feel Brooke and Frankie can go in there and fight all of them and should be victorious. Like, that's where we are now. Like, in Quiet as Kept, I want to just say Brooke, but I should be able to just send both of these 2 to handle those 4 or 5
I feel like
be over.
I feel like this is definitely a Brooke task, but also Brooke is also handling the escape of the Sunny.
Well, it's not happening at this very moment.
I'm just like,
because those guys are on. They're Mary. I almost butchered the name, but they're up there with the Celestials.
Yeah, which is crazy because I'm like, they can't protect anybody.
They also can't keep a regular Vivi hostage. You know, how do you lose her?
I don't know.
Losers.
I don't know.
So yeah.
It's true. I need to see how they got promoted.
I want to see. I can't wait till this message left is. It has all the makings of tying into another bounty increase or a bounty.
I mean, we're due for one anyway.
Well, I mean, we just got the kind of the Warlord thing. And did we get an episode where everyone was seeing that we're like in the billions? I know we got it, but I don't remember seeing like the village and everybody else.
I think this is where the Giants come into play, because I felt like I think they received some type of news or something, and maybe we'll get that in that reminiscing moment where it's like, hey, around the world, and then it's just like, hey, the Giants are like, okay, cool, you're in our neck of the woods, that we need to show up for y'all in this moment because we can see what's happening.
Yeah, well, the news came out how that's how the season started, how like the Straw Hats were taking over Egghead Island.
Well, yes.
So because of that news,
but we all know that's not true.
Yeah,
yes.
But that's how the Giants knew to head this way. So yeah. I'm excited. I like how it ended off.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that.
And we're about to get some definite answers, and I am going to be unbearable if what we just talked about happened. Because I'm a Zoro fan. Like, I'm a Straw Hat fan. Other than the week 3. I am a Straw Hat fan.
Hey, 2 have been working hard. 1 has not done much, okay?
Okay, fine. I'm a Straw Hat fan.
Okay.
But
I'm an Usopp hater, and that's fine.
But if I am going to be insufferable if what we just discussed happened until Sanji is no longer the right-hand man. Because, like, this has to end quick for Zoro.
I mean, because my thing is, this could, and you know what? If it does happen, then well done to Sanji, because we've had a lot of arcs that have been building up to this moment. So if he does end up becoming where he surpasses Zoro in this moment, then I'm like,
I also just
fine.
really want to see Zoro tag out, let Jinbei fight him. Even if it takes a little bit because of some type of mismatch. Because I need more from Jinbei from what I last saw. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment, because Jinbei hasn't done anything yet. Like, I felt like Kaido, when we were with Kaido, that was his, I'm going to give him a pass because he doesn't know how the Straw Hats work.
Right.
Because he was like, Zoro left, he said he got it. And they're just like, don't ever do that. You know, and now we're like, hey, we're in a new land. Now you need to hop to it and just get and do what needs to be done. So,
100%.
I agree. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And, yeah. All right. That's this week's episode.